He told me, I'll take your money and take your house too.
Did you know that some towns in America are basically stealing people's homes?
One missed property tax payment and the government can take your home, sell it, and keep all of the profits.
I'm just still in shock.
Tawanda Hall was behind on her property taxes. She was on a payment plan, but she'd missed $900. She didn't expect to lose her entire $300,000 home.
They took my whole house, my whole family's livelihood.
And they didn't give you change. They kept it all. $286,000 more than what she owed. The county's lawyers says this practice may sound unfair.
But it's also unfair to force those who pay their taxes to subsidize those who don't.
I pay taxes.
She's a nurse assistant.
I'm on a brain trauma unit. I lift people. I bathe people. I work hard.
When she found out she was going to lose her home, she wanted to pay off the debt.
I went to the mayor's office. I went down to the city county building. They didn't want our money. They said no.
They wanted your house.
They wanted the house.
Your $300,000 house rather than your tax payment.
They stole our home from us and from our family, and it was a shock to all of us.
Why isn't this illegal?
I think it is illegal. I think it's unconstitutional.
Christina Martin of the Pacific Legal Foundation.
The government can't take more than it's owed.
This is unjust and it is unconstitutional.
Martin won a similar case in Michigan's Supreme Court when a county took an entire home
Over, get this, an $8 debt.
The government argued
there couldn't be anything more fair than informing property owners of what is going to happen, giving them time to act, and then letting them make an informed choice.
Do you think if he knew he owed $8, he would have paid it? Of course. He didn't know, and there wasn't a proper incentive to let him know.
So the government has an incentive to notify them in legalese so they can't understand it?
Yes, and then they also have an incentive not to work with people when they are honestly trying to pay, like Tawanda Hall.
We did not receive anything other than get out.
Despite that Supreme Court ruling, a judge dismissed Tawanda's case because the government itself in her case did not make a profit. The town gave her home to this private company. It got the money.
The government shouldn't be able to steal from its own people and then to give it over to their friends is just...
How do you know that they're their friends?
The company is literally run by the mayor and the city administrator.
Southfield Mayor Ken Siver acknowledges the company made $10 million selling foreclosed houses.
The mayor, Siver, I told him if I bring the money in today, could I get my property back? He told me point blankly, no, if you bring the money in, I'll take your money and take your house too.
I wanted to ask him if he personally profited, but he wouldn't agree to an interview.
I didn't think I was going to lose my house over $3,900.
It's kind of crazy to find out how common this is. In 11 states, local governments, if you're behind on your taxes, can grab your home and keep much more than what you owed.
Some guy comes in and says, how long will it take for you to get out?
We have a client who's sleeping in her car right now. The city took her property, turned around and sold it within days of evicting her for $242,000.
You have gotten 3 states to stop doing this.
Yes, we're asking the government to stop stealing people's life savings.
Good. It often destroys lives. After Tawanda's home was taken, her husband did construction work to try to recover their losses. He got sick, but then kept working. He died shortly after.
It was terrible just to know that he struggled trying to make it right.